Hey everybody, Kenneth Russell here. I hope you're doing great today. I thought I would make a video about how not to sell a guitar on the interwebs. So I've bought a lot of used gear over the years, and I'm constantly, I think I have some sort of addiction to jumping on Craigslist and Facebook Marketplace and Letgo and all those different places and eBay and looking at guitars and gear. Over the years, I've identified some things that are just regularly things that people will do that I can guarantee they will not sell their instrument by doing. So I thought I'd make a video entitled How to Not Sell a Guitar. And so we'll jump into that. I've got some examples here in a second, but if this is the first time you've watched one of my videos or you're not subscribed, please subscribe now, like this video, all that kind of stuff. Let's dive into it. So I've looked around and I found a few different examples that we could look at here. This first one is an eBay auction. Okay, let's just kind of look through the auction here. It's a 2007 Gibson Les Paul Robot as shipped from Gibson in original cardboard box with an exclamation point. And it's selling for $4,250. So that's what we got going here. Let's look at some of the pictures that we have. Okay, this auction won't even make them big. All right, we've got the box, a wide picture of the guitar, kind of a close-up picture. Box. Okay, so what this person is doing incorrectly here, and I can guarantee there's two things actually, but I can guarantee they're not going to sell this, is number one, they're putting a way too big of an emphasis on this box. If I'm buying a guitar and I'm paying $4,000 plus for it, I'm not too concerned about whether it comes in the original cardboard box or not. You can see there's two pictures of a guitar. I mean, this is a lot of money that you're asking somebody to spend on a guitar, and you're providing two pictures of that instrument and four pictures of the actual box that it comes in. So I think that's cool that it comes in an original box, but I gotta say, I don't think that this guitar is going to sell at this price whatsoever. And let's just go down here a little bit on the listing on eBay. They pop up similar listings, and you can see right here, here's the same guitar right here selling. Let's see, let's open this up and see what it does. Buy it now for $1,138. So if you want to go ahead and get the box, you can spend an extra $3,000 for that box, or you could buy the guitar used in a pre-owned condition. There might be a couple scratches on there, I'm not sure, but you'll save $3,000. So it's up to you. By the way, too, I hope that the tone of this video doesn't come across like I'm being super critical or making fun of anybody. That is not really my intention. I do think there are sometimes things that come up that are funny, but I'm not trying to rag on anybody or to make somebody feel bad. If this is your listing, I apologize. If I come across like I don't know, being inconsiderate or I'm being rude or anything like that, but there is kind of some things funny like this that you would basically $3,000 for a box is essentially what this is coming down to. So I guarantee that this is not going to sell at this price. All right, let's move along here. Here's another Gibson Les Paul 57 Gold Top that I found on Craigslist, just my local Craigslist. I was actually scouring through Craigslist to see if I could come up with any fake Gibsons to do on my channel and to look at, and I came across this one. I don't think this is fake, but I really can't even tell because the pictures on here, there's not enough pictures. So there's two pictures, one of which is, you can kind of see a little bit. I can, kind of zoom in and get an idea. I don't think this is fake. I think this is a real guitar, but there's just two pictures, and then this picture has this piece of paper. I assume this is some sort of authentication or something like that, but I don't know. It doesn't really unless you do a close-up of this paper, which actually looks like it could have been printed off of just a printer. So I have no idea what this piece of paper is saying. You know, if this was an Epiphone or I don't know, like a starter guitar, and you just threw up 2 pictures and you're asking $100 for it or $150, fine, if you want to do that. But I just think it's kind of strange to put $3,400. I don't know who's going to even be interested in this. For $3,400, you would expect to be able to see the guitar a little bit more. There's not even a picture of the headstock. I mean, this one is so glary, I can't even see what's going on there. So that's just a thought, that if you're going to sell a guitar, go ahead and, you know, especially if it's a higher dollar guitar, put some pictures that are, you know, most people have a decent phone to take decent pictures with. I mean, even if you have like an older phone, it's still going to take better pictures than just this. Put up a dozen pictures rather than just these here. Also, you know, I just noticed this. This is a screenshot of another picture. See, it says image 2 of 4. So I'm not sure what's going on here. But, you know, this could be, you know, this says image 2 of 2 right here. So, I don't know. I'm not sure what the deal is with that. So basically the point is, take more than one picture. All right, another one, same basic principle on this. This one actually has 2 pictures. The second picture is scroll down. So, but you know, $1,600 for guitar. I'm sure that this is a great guitar, and you know, by all means. But you know, like here's an example. Similar guitar. Similar price here. Let's look. I haven't even looked at this yet, but let's see what this looks like. Like this is the way you do a guitar. This is how you sell a guitar. A bunch of pictures. I can see everything that this guitar has to offer. I can tell that it's legit. It's got close-up pictures that are high resolution. I can read the serial number. I can see the wings showing that it's not fake. Any problems with it, you know, like this pick guard, that is the way to do it. That is the way to, in my opinion, to sell a guitar. And also a lot of times people will post, this one didn't, but people will post like, you know, 10 pictures and 5 or 6 of them are of the case. And I think that doesn't even make any sense to me. All right. So, moving right along, here is a Epiphone, gold top, and this looks like a decent guitar. Obviously, it's not trying to fake a Gibson. It does have some shielding going on, which I appreciate that in the cavity. It does have some good pictures of the frets and the knobs. So they're doing a good job as far as the pictures on this. But the thing is, this price right here is $599. I'll read the description here. It says Chrome Grover tuners, custom self-lubricated nut, pro setup with polished and honed frets and copper shielding with Gibson gold knobs. This is a custom setup in excellent condition and perfect for gigs and players of all levels. Here's the deal. When you are customizing your guitar, just so you know, if you buy a guitar and you say, I am going to put in upgrades. Currently on my channel, I'm taking a $100 Starcaster and I'm putting in $200 plus worth of upgrades on it. Let me tell you, that guitar is not worth $300 now. It is still worth $100. Even though it's going to be like an amazing playing guitar, the intrinsic value of it is what it started out to be. You can't, especially with a lower end guitar, and this isn't a lower end guitar. This is you know, $600 is not low end to me. Epiphones are great guitars, but you can't you can't expect to put in, you know, he mentioned it's got a new nut, he's got new knobs, he's worked on the frets a little bit, he's done a custom setup. That's great. Let's just say, for example, he put in $50 worth of extra stuff in there. It doesn't up the value any. So what I mean by that is, if we go to Reverb and we just type in 59 Epiphone or 50, this is the guitar right here. you can brand new. This is $50 or $599 on this listing here. Yeah, it's got the shielding going on. That's great, but the thing is that doesn't up the value of the guitar. So you can't expect to sell in the used market what something goes for new. You're just not going to sell the guitar. Here's an example: $543, the same guitar. Even that is a little pricey for me for a used guitar. But you can see these all day long. They're going brand new on here. So, you know, you're not going to be able to sell this. Here's one right here, $500. That's, you know, it's $200 less. But generally speaking, I find that on the used market, if you're selling something on Craigslist especially, you might be able to sell it for a little bit more on Reverb. Of course, you have to pay for shipping and all that kind of stuff and the hassle with that. But with Craigslist or selling locally, it, as a rule of thumb, you should expect to sell your guitar for about 50 to 60% of what you bought it for. So this guitar here that he's selling, that originally was $600 and he's trying to sell for $600, it's probably not going to happen. Now, granted, he did say or best offer, but this is the thing too. I don't know if this is necessarily genuine or not. I don't want to say he's lying, but setup of this guitar at Guitar Center cost $250 plus a lot of extra add-on parts. I don't know of actually Kevin at Great Southern Music. I'm wearing this, just happening wearing this shirt, does like the best setups in Houston, and he charges like $100. He's been doing it for years and years and years, decades, and really takes his time, does a great setup. I don't know what Guitar Center he bought this from that charged $250 for a setup, but that just seems really overpriced for me. And then again, just because you paid something for the guitar doesn't mean it actually increases the value. So if I was selling this guitar, I would probably list this more in the lines of, I would probably list it for $425, and then I would take $375, or maybe $400. Maybe at the most I would list it for $450 and then take $375 if somebody offered that. But I think you're just starting off too much, even though he puts $599 or best offer down here. I think that the reality is I wouldn't personally, and I don't see other people probably doing this, even making an offer, because the original price is so high. It would be insulting for me to make an offer. If he's listing it for $600, I would, in order for me to get at the price and meet in the middle somewhere, I would have to make an offer of like $300, and then he could say, no, I can't do that. Let's meet in the middle somewhere. Well, that's offering somebody half of what they're listing it for. I don't know. It's kind of rude. So anyway, I guess the takeaway to this is list it for what it's actually gonna sell for. You can't list it for new price. All right. Another example of this. This is an Agile. Oh, let me look at you guys. Agile AL2000 Tobacco Burst Les Paul guitar for sale, $250. I've actually played these Agile guitars before. They're very nice. They're at rondomusic.com. Matter of fact, years ago I had a student that was wanting to buy a guitar, and I put them on Agile, and I think that, if I'm not mistaken, they bought the same 2000 guitar, and it played great. It was blue. It looked great. Played great, felt great, all that. So let me read the description here. For sale is a used Agile AL2000 Tobacco Brown Les Paul style guitar. Sounds amazing. Suitable for blues all the way to hard rock and metal. I love this guitar, but I need to make space, and it must go. I just bought it less than a year ago, and the guitar's in great shape. The only cosmetic wear is a scratch and a paint chip on the head of the guitar, as shown in the picture. Other than that, it's flawless. So he does, you can see here, it does have a chip up here and a scratch right here, or maybe that's the chip and that's the scratch. I don't know. But it's not new condition. It's still, it's been used, which I don't have a problem with scratches on guitars and that kind of thing. But I don't. I'm trying to think. I only have a couple guitars that are really in pristine condition. But you know, so getting a scratch on a guitar is not the end of the world for me, and wouldn't stop me from buying this. But what would stop me from buying this is if you go to the Rondo Music website. This is an Agile AL 2000, and the price is $239. So you're basically, I don't know, that's not really, you're not going to sell your guitar, I don't think. If anybody is going to do any research, all you have to do is Google this, and you're going to, you know, if somebody's looking at this, they're going to go, Agile, never heard of that guitar, let me Google it, and then they're going to come up with this page and go, $239, come on. And they've got a bunch on their website. This is just one that I pulled up, and I just looked at it and saw that there was a similar, but this is actually the root beer flame one. So you're asking for on this, you know, more than you even paid for it a year ago. Okay, moves us on to the next one. This is, let me read the description here. First of all, the top it says replica Brownie Sunburst Stratocaster with Fender hardshell case. Got a lot of pictures, which is good. And reluctantly selling my replica 1956-57 Brownie Stratocaster, lovingly relic with a lot of honest wear. Absolutely fantastic playing and sounding guitar. Incredible vintage vibe and feel. Two-piece body, one-piece V maple neck. Okay, I'm going to just kind of skim through these. It's got upgraded, you know, Lindy Frelin vintage hot pickups, backplate, bridge, tremolo, frets, vintage style frets, wiring harness, occlusion, vintage style tuners, switchcraft 5-way. All right, this guitar is probably an amazing guitar. I have no doubt in my mind that this guitar just is smoking. Granted, they're selling this as a replica Brownie. Oh, and by the way, the price on this is $1,000 cash, Orbeo, no trades. So we're looking through here. This is what we got. This is the guitar. It looks great. It actually did a very good job replicating this. This looks pretty legit. But, and I appreciate that he did put replica on this. However, the thing is, this is not a true Fender guitar. You know, this is a water slide right here. And, you know, I actually texted this guy that's selling this. Seems like a nice enough fella. My text was, is this a real Fender? And he said it's basically, or I said it's a real Fender, or is it a parts caster? He said it's a parts caster with the water slide logo, and you know, it's not it, but it, you know, it even says in the description it's got a nitrocellulose finish. I'm sure this is a great guitar, but the thing is, it's hard for me to imagine paying more than $1,000 for a guitar that is a parts caster. And this kind of goes back to my idea before of the upgrades and the things that you're doing on a guitar does not translate into selling it into the used world. So, for example, this guitar, I'm sure it's great. I have no doubt about it. And matter of fact, I would love to play this thing. This looks like a really, really cool, fun guitar. I bet it is in tune. I bet I bet it's just smoking. Point is, when he put this together, whoever puts this guitar together, you know, it's like a passion of love. There's like, you know, you enjoy picking out the pickups and you enjoy picking out the bridge and all the different things, and it's enjoyable to replicate it. It's enjoyable to make a replica and to do all the details on that and relic it and all that kind of thing. And that doesn't translate into the used world. You know, so it's like all, you know, let's just say that on a guitar I spend 10 or 15 hours putting the guitar together and buying the parts and replacing everything, and I don't know if it would take that long or not, maybe. But if that was the case, say I spent 10 hours and I said, well, okay, you know, a luthier or a tech would charge I don't know, whatever, $65 an hour in order to do a project. So this guitar is worth $650 more just for the labor. It doesn't really work that way. So you really still have to look at a guitar like this in terms of what the parts themselves are worth. And then when they're all together, they're worth less actually than when you bought them originally. So if you, I don't know how much those pickups are, but if you spent $300, let's just say, on the pickups, and then you bought a new bridge and you spent $50 on that, and you spent $50 on the wiring and the harness. Let's just say he's got $500 in upgrades into this. Even that $500, that's all like used stuff. So again, going back to my other thing is, if you were to sell those used things on eBay, you're going to get 50 to 60% of what the new cost was. So at the most, I would probably put this guitar, being that it is a really good replica and it probably plays awesome. The most that I could see selling this guitar for would be kind of in the $700 range. I could see somebody somewhere around $700 saying, it's not a real Fender, but it looks like it. And all right, you know, I bet it's a great player. I'll pay $700 for it. So anyway, that's my feelings on that one. Here's another one I found on on Craigslist. A couple things on here that just kind of drive me nuts when people are selling a guitar, and this is always the case with Squier guitars, is they will put Fender electric guitar, and you know, they're not trying to fake this or anything like that. This is just, it is what it is. It's a Squier Affinity Telecaster. Actually, I've got one sitting right over there, and I've got another one sitting back there. These are great guitars, but you know, just listed as a Squier. You know, I don't understand why people, as if somebody's going to click on this, going, "Oh, Fender," and oh, that enticed me to click on this, and then that's going to follow them through this to sale. I don't know. Okay, it says Fender Electric Guitar Squier, or I'm sorry, Fender Electric Guitar Squier Telecaster Affinity Series, brand new in box for $280. It will include a $50 prepaid gift card, good for 6 months of free guitar lessons. Okay, I have no idea what that's about. The gift card, you know, I'm sorry, Fender Play. Okay, so that's funny. I don't know. This seems like that would probably have come somehow with this, but $230. If you run onto Amazon.com, this is the guitar right here, and it sells for $230 right here on Amazon. Shipped to your door, free shipping. And you know, granted, I guess if you're in a bind and you just need a guitar, you want this guitar today, you can go over there and pay cash and get it the same thing. But personally, I kind of like ordering something and getting it delivered in the mail, or you know, getting the package at your front door. That's kind of a fun thing for me, so I would not be doing that. So I don't think you're going to sell your guitar for $230. I hate to break it to you. I would recommend saying Squier up here. I think that maybe because it is new in box and you haven't taken off this paper and all this kind of stuff, if you throw in the $50 thing, I say just sell that on eBay or something if it is worth anything, the $50 gift card. But I don't know. I've never taken lessons from the Fender Play deal. But if you were to list this for like $180, maybe, because it still is new. But I don't know. My recommendation would be, see if you can send it back to Amazon or wherever you got it. All right, moving on to the last one that I have here, and this may be the most egregious one of them all. Warmoth. This isn't even a full guitar, by the way. This is just the neck. Warmoth Roasted Flame Maple Stratocaster neck, $500. Selling a Warmoth Roasted Flame Maple Stratocaster neck comes with hip shop tuners. Neck profile is called a 59 roundback, $500, no trades. All right. Warmoth makes great necks, by the way. From what I don't think I've ever played one. Well, I did have a friend that built one with the Warmoth neck. They are great necks. They have a really good reputation. So I have no doubt in my mind that this is an amazing neck. Okay, beautiful, just beautiful. I love that wood on here, that flame. It really does, it really is nice. Okay, the deal with this is, and these tuners, Hipshot tuners, locking tuners, they're very good tuners. Okay, let's look at this, try to parts this together. If we go to warmoth.com and we look through their fender necks, or their all of their necks here, and we find this same neck that is, I believe, it is this one or similar. So this is the neck right here, and you can see here that this neck cost $250. This one might be a little bit different. Let's see. No, that one's not flamed as much. They may not even have that same one for sale anymore. Anyway, all I can say is I went on Warmoth's site and went all the way to the bottom to their most expensive one. Their most expensive neck that they sell is $350. So I just look at that and kind of think, okay, I don't know how much he paid for this. I don't think he paid $500 for the neck. Let's just be super generous and say he paid $350. I doubt it, but let's just say that's the case. Then Hipshot tuners, locking Hipshot tuners are $60. So $350 plus 60, we're at $410. This has already been installed on a guitar. This has already got wear and tear. It's already got screw holes from another guitar, which is fine. That's not something that would be a deal breaker. But again, this is not the type of thing that you can just say, I paid this amount, so I'm going to take it off my guitar and sell it for the same amount. And then, it just doesn't. I mean, I'm not insulting this person. I'm just saying you're not going to sell this neck for $500. And he put no trades. Like, trading is probably the best way to get. I mean, I wouldn't mind even trading a guitar for this neck. I would love to put this on a guitar, but I don't think that you're going to get your money out of that. So that is what I was wanting to do in this video. We can kind of take a look back through some of these here. I think, though, the very first one was the most egregious to me that I found. This one right here, where they're $250 for this this guitar, but you do get a $3,000 box with this one. So sorry if I'm again coming across rude. I'm not meaning to be, but I would rather just buy this for $1,200. Anyway, hopefully that you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching it with me. If you liked it, give me a thumbs up. And also, if you run across anything that you just think, I can't believe this person is selling at this price, feel free to send it to me on my Facebook page at facebook.com/KennethRussell, and I'll take a look at it. I think it'd be kind of fun to, maybe, if you like this kind of video, if this video does well, I could do a series on this this type of thing, on how not to sell. There's lots of options we could do how not to sell an amp, how not to sell a guitar, how not to sell, all kinds of different things. So anyway, Kenneth Russell out. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in another video.